Hey, so I went to a card show today, and I swore on after my last video that my next video would be baseball cards. So it's gonna be baseball cards today. Um, I, I I went to a show that's just north of Akron, Ohio. It's in a little place called Cuyahoga Falls. I guess not too small, but anyway, I went alone. My boys weren't able to go with me today, or one of them couldn't. One of them just really didn't want to. So went by myself and just enjoyed that part of it, I suppose. Miss having them with me, but it was still good to just go and be at a show. It's been a couple months since I've gone to a show, and I love going to shows. I love just enjoying that and being able to dig through cards. And I dug through a bunch of boxes today, and that's always fun for me. Some of the boxes I couldn't dig through. Some people just kind of park themselves in front and they're there for hours, and I um, wasn't able. But those were some of the really inexpensive ones, and I wasn't necessarily looking for those. But anyway, enough rambling. Let me show you what I picked up. I did pick up a card for my Hall of Fame binder. I picked up some other cards that I think will go into my Hall of Fame binder, just replacing other cards from the card that I currently have in there from that player. But anyway, let me show you what I've got, and we'll go from there. So one of the tables I spent a bit of time at, it's a guy who's been at the same show before. Anything you see that I'll show you with a yellow sticker on it, those were his. And nice thing is they were 50 cents each. So I picked up a bunch of cards. He just opened up a couple boxes of these 83 tops, and so I was able to get quite a few of them. You can see 50 cents each. He said he was hoping for Tony Gwynn rookie that he could grade high. He had it there. He'd sent it in, but it got him a 7, so he was a little disappointed in that. But well, I wasn't looking for graded ones, and I didn't really care, and I was just looking for some of these. I don't think I had most of these, and was just glad to pick up some for, like I said, 50 cents. I picked up a few of these. I won't leave those up there, but these are the super veterans. I always like these cards. I've got a few of them. I've grabbed a few more. Fergie Jenkins, what a great player. Shout out to John over at Nerding Out with Cards. I picked up the 83 Ozzie Smith. And just to make sure, I did not have the 90. I knew I didn't have his 90, and I like that card. The 90s are a nice look anyway. Picked up a trifecta of Ozzie Smith cards. One of the things that I kind of know I don't have a lot of, or just newer, some of these newer players, and so when I come across them for 50 cents, I just grab them. So Adrian Beltre and Chipper Jones. I don't think I had either one of those. At his table, I also picked up a couple of others. Picked up the Kellogg's Willie Stargell. See if I can get it to swing for you. You can kind of see it. It's anyway. I also had a 75 Doc Ellis. Really nice looking Doc Ellis card. He had a bunch of these 75s. I dug through them a little bit. That was the only one I got from him. I did pick up another 75 while I was there. This is from a different seller. The Herb Washington. I've wanted this card since I saw Brett Richards talk about it. This is I believe, the only card that's labeled as a pinch runner. So that's what they brought Herb Washington in to do. This is his rookie card. Herb Washington. So picked that one up while I could for not too much. I also got this one. This is at another table. Love these rookie cups anyway. Enrico Cardi, good player. Probably not. I mean, Hall of Famer, I don't think, or anything like that. He isn't, but probably shouldn't be considered. But he had a pretty good career anyway. One interesting thing, as I was just kind of, he's Dominican, I believe. Is that right? Anyway, he was his rookie season was 64, but he was the first person to get a hit at Atlanta for the Braves. So when they moved to Atlanta, I guess is what that meant. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. Same table as that guy. I picked up a Brooks Robinson All-Star selection. I don't have any of these All-Star cards, and I just wanted to have one or two of them in my collection. Not really for a project or anything, which where I have to be careful going to these shows, buying things that aren't for projects. But anyway, I did get some new Hall of Famer cards. These are not new Hall of Famers. I have all of these, but Louis Aparicio, Orlando Cepeda, and I picked up two Ed Matthews. I picked up this one. It's a great looking card. I like these 68s. I also picked up his 56. That's a pretty sharp looking 56, Ed Matthews. You might wonder why it was only 20. Well, somebody put an H on the back. And I would like to thank whoever did that for saving me some money. Actually, I wouldn't have probably even gotten it, but allowing me to pick up an Ed Matthews, a 56 Ed Matthews today. Picked up the this league, National League Strikeout Leaders card. Of course, Bob Gibson and Don Drysdale I get, but it's Bob Veal at the top. He was the 94 strikeout leader. It's a great card. Picked up a couple of modern Roberto Clementes. I've got a couple cards in this from Topps Chrome in the same style that I picked up before, but this was the first time I saw one that had the Clemente on it. So I like that one. This is I love these modern players and these kind of throwback. So this looks like the 89 Topps set. But what's cool about this, and I was looking at the card and flipped it over, and well, it's got Andrew McCutchen on the back. So that was pretty cool. I dug through some 71s while I was there, because I'm trying to get the Pirates, all the Pirates cards from that year. So I knocked 4 more off the list. This was the Rookie Stars. This one was just that one was a $1 card. These are a couple of, I guess these are considered high numbers in the 71s. Bob Moose and Jose Martinez. So really nice shape for the 71. Those are hard to get without looking really damaged. I had an opportunity. I was at a table where they had a bunch more, but they were just in really rough shape. I don't mind a little bit. You could see in those. I'm not buying top of the line ones, but I don't want to look like they got run over by a truck either. I did pick up one more 71 that was not a Pirate. I have seen this one go around the YouTubes, the YouTube community. Several people have mentioned this, and I put it on my list. Is that I want to get a Cookie Rojas. I want to get that card. It's such a cool looking card. One of the action cards from 71. I've seen a couple videos where they're ranking the best looking cards of 71, and the Cookie Rojas came up. That sticker, by the way, means that it was $2. So I paid $2 for that Cookie Rojas. Thought that was a pretty good deal. All right, one more card to show you, and then that'll end this one. This is the card that I picked up for my Hall of Fame binder. Got myself a Yogi Berra. Now, I don't do coaches, but this is technically his last year as a player and as a coach as well. But he was a player. He played in, this is 75. I actually think it's a great looking card. I love seeing him smile on there, see him in his catcher's gear. I think it's a great card. Of course, he's a player manager, but I will count that one. I had the opportunity that one table had as 53, but it would have cost me pretty much my entire budget to get there. Actually, the same table had a Mickey Mantle I could have bought, but I would have gone in, bought it, and walked out. That would have been my only purchase of the day. Maybe I should have, but anyway, I really enjoyed digging and finding all these cards. So I'll end this here. Enough rambling. You've heard enough. I'll end it there. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.